Some marks love me, some marks hate me. I think they are meh. If they don't give me my Patreon, then they can go away. They can whine and they can cringe, but they can't get their say. But those who give to my Patreon are always A-okay. 'Cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Over 100 subscribers. We finally got our subscriber celebration in. In fact, I think we're at 110?
12.
112! What? Welcome to the P-List. Of course, these are the platinum players. Everybody knows Veronica.
Hello.
Give them a yawn so they know who you are. Nicely done. And of course, Elena. Bam! Throwing them $2 bills. Thomas Jefferson, y'all. Thomas Jefferson, y'all. Well, we got a P-List. So guys, you're gonna have to amscray a little bit because we got a P-List. What is this P-List?
The platinum.
That's right. Yes, you gotta go. Because Daddy sometimes doesn't use appropriate language.
Hey, what?
But Daddy always got the sweet T-shirts. Look at that shirt. Thank you for that musical medley. Top 10 questions to ask about the National Wrestling Alliance as they get set to film their studio show in Georgia, specifically Atlanta, Georgia. Top 10 questions. Number 10. Does the NWA still matter? Again, these are hard questions, all 10 of them. I'm not going to give you answers for all of them or even my take on all of them, but I'm going to give my answer to this one. Does the NWA still matter? Jury's out. Let's be honest. Those letters mean a whole lot to a certain age and demographic of wrestling fan. Now, are those the people that are going to shell out $100 for a VIP package to go watch the studio show? Yes, but it does bear the question, has it been too long? Does the NWA still matter? That question's going to need to be answered. Fling! Oh, that was a good card fling. That's a good start. Number 9, what is the plan in this niche battle that they're going to have to win? The NWA, to achieve success, is going to need to garner an audience right away. It can be a small one, but it has to be a small one that's willing to pay money. Are they going to sell out of the studio show of 100 VIP packages at $100 a pop? I would guess that they are. But how are they going to win in the long term on the niche battle that they are going to have to fight for quite some time? Fwing! Dang. Number 8. Can they keep walking the old/new school tightrope? Because so far I will say that they are doing a phenomenal job. I like the studio look of the setup. I like that they're doing a studio show. I like all of that. And they are doing a good job of incorporating their history and weaving that into what they're trying to do today. So I'll give them high marks. I think Dave Lagana has done a great job. I think Billy Corgan has done a great job of sort of seamlessly integrating old and new school so far. Will they be able to keep doing that? That is a question. Whoosh. Whoosh. Number 7. Number 7. I will be undaunted. And I'm certainly not going to have to film that awesome intro again. Number 7. Where does a fully operational NWA rank amongst all the promotions? That's a question. Yeah. Let's say they get this studio show up and running. Let's say that it's a big enough hit that their touring group starts doing well and they're doing shows that are of some note. Where does that put them? Above the WWE? No, certainly not. On the level of AEW, probably not right away in the foreseeable future. Does it make them bigger than Ring of Honor or Impact? If the NWA gets it together. That's a question to be asked and debated. Because until they get into the debate, they don't matter. But once you can argue that they're bigger than Impact, perhaps, which is certainly their dream, I'm sure, for a number of reasons, then they're really in the mix. And then they go after Ring of Honor, and then they try to overtake AEW. We shall see, we shall see. Number 6. What will their different identity be? Because they can't keep doing things as they're doing them. They're not different enough. They're not interesting enough. What is the thing with the NWA? Because if they rely on those 3 letters to carry the day, as NWA has in the past, they are going to fail and fail miserably. Why watch the NWA? They're going to have to establish that identity and establish it relatively quickly in those studio shows in order to garner a real following and give themselves a shot. I'm sure they've had a lot of time to work that out, but I haven't seen any evidence that they've come up with something really good yet. Yeah. Number 5. Who is their audience? Who's their audience going to be? Right now, their audience seems to be people like me, who actually, the letters NWA still mean something on some level. Those are the people who are going to pay $100 to sit in that studio. But who is their audience in the long term? This forgotten, are they looking for dudes 50 years and older who would actually really care about the NWA? Because if that's what they're relying on, fuck, don't even try. There's a way to appeal to those people and garner a new audience. If that way is out there, let's hope they can do it. But I really don't know the answer to this question. Who is their target audience? Who's their audience? Who's their audience going to be? Who are they going for? I hope they have asked themselves that question in a direct way instead of just, well, there's millions of wrestling fans that are out there from WCW Monday Night Wars that are just waiting to jump back onto a wrestling promotion. I think it's been shown in the last 20 years that doesn't exist anymore. Number 4. Will Billy Corgan step up and stop looking like someone recovering from trauma? I hate to say this. No, I don't hate to say this. It's the truth. I think the 2 things in wrestling which people are secretly annoyed by but won't say out loud, one of them is Billy Corgan and how he looks in every one of these videos with the slightly askew hat. I guess it's supposed to be rock star, I'm cool, or like an Elon Musk. I'm like this fucking rich dude running this thing who's awesome, and I'm sort of too cool for... It comes across as I'm not fully committed. Now, people would say, well, he's got to be committed because he put money into it. And look, and, you know, they've been doing this for years, and they're finally launching, and they're finally... Dude, people are looking to you as the literal face of this company to reassure them that they're in the hands of greatness and someone who knows what they're doing. And there's no evidence of that. Sell it. Do you have to wear a suit and look like a freaking corporate type? No. But a little rock star would be nice. A little pizzazz would be nice. A little bit of, I'm coming to fight a war and make this thing great would be nice. Because I'm not seeing it. The other thing that people are annoyed by and nobody says out loud, stupid fucking dog of Cody Rhodes. Get that fucking thing off my fucking television. Fuck that dog. I said it. Sorry if you don't like it. Shit's dumb. People hate dealing with that dog. Pyro goes off and the dog's upset, and so we have to not have pyro or something. Get that dog out of a wrestling ring. Period. And Billy Corgan, step it up, man. Look like something. Annoying, but we move on. Number 3. Will the NWA escape TNA's shadow? They're charging for a VIP package so you can get into the studio show. That's what TNA used to do, Impact at the Universal shows. You would pay a VIP price and then you would get seating in a better area, guaranteed seating. They're using a bunch of ex-TNA / Impact talent. It's Corgan and Lagana who are both involved with TNA and Impact. And in fact, it kind of reads as Impact TNA Light from 2 years ago. They got to escape that shit. They got to escape. I mean, whoever the NWA champion is, I mean, it's like James Storm. It's like all of them great talents. Everybody knows I love Eli Drake and that kind of thing. And their women's champion, the NWA women's champion, another Impact TNA person. God, man. I don't know if going Impact TNA from 2 years ago light is a great look for a studio show. I don't think it is. I think they need to mix it up. Yeah? Or else you're never going to escape the shadow. That's another important question. Number 2, how are they going to grab people's attention? Because I don't see it. Now, in Atlanta, this is a big story, and it warrants this and warrants me talking about it. No doubt about any of that, but what are they going to do? Because if they keep just doing it, things as they're doing it, I don't see anything changing. Eric Bischoff, I may disagree with a lot of things that he said, but he did say something that was very smart, which is you can be better than your competition, you can be worse than your competition, or you can be different. And the NWA right now, they can't be better. They're not going to be better in ring than the other three or four major groups. They're not going to be better story-wise right away. They're not going to have better talent. So they got to be different. So what are they going to do to get that attention and be different? And the number 1 question pertaining to the NWA, specifically the NWA doing their studio shows in Atlanta, Georgia, is who do they need from Georgia? It's a great question. I think that there's a lot to be gained through a number of entities in Georgia that could help the NWA right away. Not just for their Atlanta tapings, but I'm just talking they should join up, they should be a part of it, and they could make an impact right away and make things great and much better for the NWA. In fact, the answer to this is so important that we're going to have a special bonus P-list right now. Yeah.
Bonus P-list.
Yeah! Bonus P-list song and bonus P-list. These are the top 10 wrestling entities that the NWA needs to sign from Georgia right now if they want to make a huge impact not only at their studio show but in general. Yeah. Number 10, Aja Pereira and Fred Yehi. I'm putting them together because they're a couple. I think they're still a couple. I assume they're still a couple. And it seems like every wrestling group has some couple of interest. Well, you know, even though they downplay it, I think Aja and Fred, who are both at their top of their game wrestling-wise, could provide a little bit of sizzle to the NWA, which sorely needs it. A little bit of sex appeal and undeniable in-ring talent from both Aja Pereira and Fred Yehi. Woo! Number 9, Jonathan Feltner. What the fuck? I hate announcers. Well, I hate that there's an announcer award. But they need something special. And Jonathan Feltner, in spite of years of saying that he was going to taper down and he was going to not take as many days, he's taken more than ever. And now PWX brings him in, and APW, he's never let them down. And Jonathan Feltner, he would promote your products. By the way, who's the NWA's ring announcer right now who's doing such a great job of promoting them? It's, yeah, you see my fucking point? Number 9, Jonathan Feltner, a guy who'd be glad to be there, a guy who's got sort of an old school feel to him too, which I think would fit in with the NWA thing, but he's a younger guy and willing to travel different states, clearly. Jonathan Feltner, number 9. See? It's not just going to be individual wrestling people, but this case it is. Number 8, Ashton Starr. Bring him in yesterday. Give him the petty party as part of your segment. Spice your fucking show up. Make it more interesting. Tie into the gay community. You're going to be different. You're going to be cool. Ashton Starr is cool. Ashton Starr is unapologetic. Ashton Starr is what you need at number 8 for the NWA. Special thanks to Simon Sermon, who sort of pitched Ashton Starr when we were talking about where's places that Ashton Starr could go, right? And Simon Sermon went, oh, that new NWA. Brilliant answer, Simon Sermon. Ashton Starr. Number 8, talent that should be signed by the NWA. Boing! Number 7, you thought Feltner was out of left field and unexpected? Number 7's Gary fucking Lamb. What? The NWA back in the day would have different promoters for different venues, different promoters for different areas. And in the Southeast, particularly the state of Georgia, there's only one promoter worth a shit. It's Gary Lamb. There's only one guy making money doing this stuff, serious money. It's Gary Lamb. NWA needs him desperately to help them break into the Georgia market, establish themselves in the Georgia market, especially in the smaller towns like Canton where they could possibly run. Gary Lamb is a real promoter, and that's one thing Billy Corgan is not, and that's one thing Dave Lagana is not. They need to get a hold of the best promoters around the country. They don't need to sign them up with bogus licensing things and slap NWA onto their promotions. That's stupid. But they should hire the best promoters around to promote the NWA in or near their area. Gary Lamb, number 7. See, this out of the box thinking is the only chance the NWA has. Slim J. Dude, get him. Get him before somebody else does. Get him before 10 years from now people are going, God, we should have signed Slim J. Ring of Honor should have already done it, but they've dropped the ball, so fuck them. Right? MLW, are they looking at him? I don't know, but they should be. Hell, everybody should be looking at Slim J. NWA, here's a chance to get a guy who's unique. You want to change that gimmick because you think it's too old or whatever? Then change it. The guy showed he can roll with whatever. Give him the right gimmick. Let him be great. Let it elevate your promotion. Number 6 is Slim J. Number 5, Gunnar Miller and Jeff G. Bailey. Gunnar Miller, people have still not taken advantage of the fact that this guy has heat with AEW. It shows how dumb wrestling has become. You bring in Gunnar Miller, who's a legit guy. He's in that ring. He looks the part. It's got that 60-minute Broadway thing going. They need as much attention as they can get from as many different sources. Gunnar Miller's got his own show. Gunnar Miller can get in the ring and go. And everybody's always said Jeff G. Bailey deserved a shot at the big time and never got it. Jeff G. Bailey deserved a shot. He used to run the NWA Elite, the best group within the NWA confines at Wildside and Anarchy. What do you think Jeff G. Bailey would do with a national platform with Gunnar Miller to talk about? It's exciting, is it not? It's really exciting. And the NWA needs a boatload of excitement. And they need people who people are going to talk about. Eli Drake is great, but is anybody talking about him? No. But Gunnar Miller, with a tweet or two, can get more attention than anyone in the NWA has gotten in 5 years. Gunnar Miller and Jeff G. Bailey are number 5. Whew. Number 4, the hierarchy. This is kind of cheating because then this lets me cast a wide enough net. By hierarchy, do I mean Adrian Armour and Jimmy Rave and Murder One and Chip Day and Joe Black and yes. Anybody that was ever a part of the hierarchy, bring them all in. Fucking Priscilla Kelly, I don't care. Dude. Keep the name, too. Hierarchy is a great name. You bring in a whole gaggle of them. You bring in anybody who was ever in the hierarchy. That's top-tier talent. That's great women talent, great male talent, guys that desperately want it, guys that never feel like they got their due, and you can get them all at once, guys that would work their ass off for you. Number 4 is the hierarchy. Number 3, DeRose and Ruthless Lala. Let's put these two ladies together as a tag team. Let's let them demolish everybody. Let's let them be the freaking modern day road warriors of women's tag team wrestling. And every badass woman in Japan, like mother-in-law or Ripper, are all rolled up into one. You got them both right here. You got them in or near Georgia. And let's put them together and let's lay claim to something, because the NWA can't lay claim to anything right now, but they could lay claim to these two women are our tag champs, and they'll beat the shit out of anybody in your group. Period. AEW, who's your tag team? Who's your women's tag team that's going to stand up to them? Awesome Kong, D-Rose will kick her ass. Ruthless Lala will kick her ass. Name me two women. Name me a woman tag team in the WWE that could stand up against these two. Nobody. The NWA has to lay claim to something. They can't be the best wrestling. They can't be the best in-ring. They can't be the best storylines. They can't. We're tied to a tradition that nobody really cares about. But they could lay claim to this right away by signing these two who would kill themselves to be there and give you everything they had. D. Rose and Ruthless Lala as a tag team. Number 3, people that should be signed and brought into the NWA. The Lynch brothers, Matt, Joey Lynch, just bring them in. You need a fucking great tag team. You need someone who's young. You need 2 guys who are at the height of their game, 2 guys who can wrestle individually, 2 guys who are just ready to fucking go right now. That's them. That's the easiest one to even put on this list, honestly. Bring them in. Lynches, love them. Great. There's really not a lot to discuss there. They're phenomenal. Ouch. Number 1. Who's it going to be? You think you know, but you're wrong. It's somebody who hasn't even been in my last 2 P lists for top 10 wrestler in Georgia. Are you shocked? It's Michael Judas. He's big time. They need a big time talent. For any number of reasons, he didn't really get his due in TNA Impact. But you can give him his due, NWA. And conversely, sign someone who's an instant huge star, who looks right in the ring with anybody, who's got that invaluable crossroad of physical prime mixed with veteran mentality. He's been there. He's done that. He's almost gotten a shot, but not quite. He's made mistakes and made amends. And Michael Judas is ready to go. I'll say this, and I'll be as blunt about it as I can. However many of these people in this top 10 list are signed or utilized by the NWA will tell me how serious they are about this studio show in Atlanta and about the viability of their promotion. Nobody I'm talking about on this list is going to cost them necessarily an arm and a leg, but all 10 of these entities will deliver something and give them something unique and interesting and give them a shot at making headway against the big 3 or 4. This has been P-List combined with a special extra P-List. I know what you want to do. Yeah, special thanks to our subscribers.